Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. Today we will look at the events that happened at the Battle of Yarmouk and how these Sahabas showed amazing manners, even when they were thirsty and hungry. So pay attention. This story will break your heart. The Battle of Yarmouk was one of the most important battles in the early days of Islam. It was fought between the Muslims led by the great Sahabi Khalid bin Walid, may Allah be pleased with him, and the army of the Byzantines led by the Emperor Helen. The battle was fierce and both sides fought bravely. As the battle raged on, the Muslims began to feel the effects of thirst and hunger. They had been fighting for days and had not had time to rest or eat. But despite their exhaustion, they continued to fight bravely against the Byzantine army. In the heat of the battle, a group of Muslim soldiers found an underground water channel. They quickly took advantage of this discovery and started drinking water from it. However, soon the water started to turn black. They looked at each other in confusion and realized that the water was not safe to drink. Despite being thirsty, they knew that drinking the water would only make things worse and cause them more harm than good. Imagine, oh human, what it would feel like to be in such a situation. You're already thirsty from fighting, and then you find water. But then it turns out that this water is not clean, and you have to choose between being thirsty and drinking dirty water. Well, what would you choose? Of course, the answer is that you would choose to be thirsty. But these Sahaba went through this situation and chose to be thirsty for the sake of Allah. At that point, the Muslims had been fighting for several days and needed water desperately. One of the Sahaba, Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, was badly wounded. His leg had been cut off during the battle and he was in severe pain. But when he heard that there was water to be had, he crawled over to the water channel and started drinking. When the other Sahaba saw him doing this, they asked Anas why he was drinking, since it was clear that the water was not clean. Anas replied that he was so thirsty that he would drink anything, even if it killed him. He explained that he had been thirsty for many days and that his wound was very painful. He said, "I have never felt such thirst as I did at that time." Then another Sahabi, Abu Dar al-Ghifari, may Allah be pleased with him, came over to Anas and offered to give him some water from his own canteen. Anas refused, saying that Abu Dar should drink it himself. Abu Dar insisted, but Anas told him to go ahead and drink it since he was not thirsty. And so Abu Dar drank some water from his canteen and gave some to those around him who were also thirsty. After quenching their thirst, they all returned to fighting the enemy. But here's the thing, oh human, when the Muslims were done fighting and the battle came to an end, the victorious Muslims came back to that same water channel to take a drink. But guess what they found? They found that the water had become clean and pure again. And each one of them took turns drinking from that water channel and praised Allah for giving them victory and for providing them with water when they needed it the most. The point of this story is that these Sahaba showed amazing manners. Even though they were thirsty and hungry, they put others before themselves and showed great selflessness. Even in the hardest of times, they did not give up on their manners and good character. So, my brothers and sisters, when you are faced with difficulties and challenges, remember the example of these great Put others before yourself. Make them happy and help them in any way you can. Be selfless and think of the happiness of others. This is the message of Islam. This is the message of unity, sacrifice, and compassion. May Allah Almighty be pleased with all of us. I ask Allah to grant us all goodness in this world and in the hereafter. Thank you for listening, and may peace be upon you all.